into society. The Cluster Foundation, founded by two individuals, brings together people who have suffered spinal injuries and ended up on a wheelchair, helping them overcome depression and find a reason to live again. Varis Kimathi attended one of their monthly events and filed this report.
When Nick Nguyo and his colleague Joki started an organization to help people living with spinal injuries, they were just helping a friend who had ridden a wheelchair for 8 years straight. Today, a group of close to 100 paraplegics from all over Kenya are gathered in a horse riding arena in Karen, Nairobi.
I'm in Karen, Nairobi, where a group of Kenyans who move around on wheelchairs have gathered to try and do the impossible.
Joki and Nick run the Cluster Foundation, an organization that is solely committed to helping people with paralysis and spinal injuries reintegrate back into society. Simon Mwangi has flown in from Diani to be here today. He lost his ability to walk in 2002 after a road accident.
Nilikuwa kwa matatu. Nilikuwa natoka place naitwa Kwale naenda Mombasa. So kwa kuna gari ndogo salon car ikawa ina overtake matatu. Kwa overtake ikaja saidia kwetu katugonga head collision. Nikatupwa nje ya dirisha, sikutoka kabisa, nikatoka part nusu nje, part nyingine ndani. After hapo sigari ikaanguka kanifinika side moja, side ya kuanzia west kwenda chini. Ndio hapo baadaye gari kuja kuinuliwa, nikajipata miguu siwezi inua mguu wangu, si feel anything kwa miguu.
After years of staying indoors and not doing much, Mwangi is now optimistic that he will slowly get back into society and maybe even start working again.
Okay, jambo la kwanza imenisaidia kwa sababu inakupatia ile kujiamini wewe mwenyewe binafsi kwamba unaweza kufanya pasipo mtu mwingine. Pale awali nilikuwa peke yangu, sikuwa na hii group, sikuwa naweza kuamini kwamba kuna kitu naweza fanya ikiwa mimi kama mimi. Lakini after kuwa nimejiunga na hii group, niliona kweli kuna vitu zinawezekana kwa sababu wenzangu wanavifanya.
At the beginning of the day's event, Nick, a middle-aged, self-assured man, gathers everyone around a circle.
What inspired the Cluster Foundation? It is one word given by the medical doctor in the spinal cord injury hospital.
Yeah?
And this is what he's told us. 80% of them are going to die. Those that we discharge, guaranteed are going to die within a span of 4 years.
First of all, they've gone through a lot of loneliness because suddenly you can't go out with the family, you can't go with your friends. People will come and visit you, and then like 2-3 months later, the numbers just start reducing, and before you know it, you've been left on your own.
Seated today here in this wide circle are Kenyans from across the country who are forced off their feet and onto wheelchairs by different unfortunate circumstances in their lives.
His partner Joki tells me that the Cluster Foundation has made major steps since they started in 2008, and today they are excited to be meeting their beneficiaries after staying apart for over 2 years due to the coronavirus pandemic.
And then so many people started going down, becoming depressive, they were on their own. In fact, we've lost...
Most people who get spinal injuries end up confined to a wheelchair for the rest of their lives, with many losing their jobs and withdrawing from society altogether. Joki says many of these people fall into depression after losing their mobility, and she has seen harrowing cases of people who commit suicide within a few months of losing their ability to walk.
So we have one very big problem with people getting into a deep depression, is that when they stay at home for too long and they don't get a lot of movement, they develop bed sores, and these bed sores kill. They kill. We've lost 9 the last 2 years. We've got to stop this from happening. And that's one of the reasons we are targeting to have adult diapers accessible to them at no cost. Those with sensation use an average of 4 packets per month. Those without sensation use an average of 6 per month. And they're very expensive, adult diapers.
Nick says that with little help from well-wishers and a great deal of self-sacrifice, the Cluster Foundation tries to restore hope to the paraplegic community within the first year of being diagnosed with serious spinal injury.
And we are imagining how we will impact people with spinal injury first in Kenya, across the counties, head to East Africa, head to Central Africa as well.
Today, everyone present will take a ride on a horse.
The gentleman behind me has been on a horse and he's done a ride, and now he's come back. He's going to get back right onto his wheelchair. Is he scared? Let's find out.
It's a nice experience.
Okay.
I have never imagined in my life nitapanda hii farasi. And okay, that first you feel ni kama uko kwa hewa. But at the end of the day you settle after relaxing and you feel very nice.
You feel nice.
Yes.
So you were not scared in the beginning, ukaogopa labda?
No, in the beginning I was not scared. But you know, we are many, so those who started fast encourage me to go on.
Because the horse and the human being are the only two animals that walk exactly the same way. So this is called equine therapy, and it works on the spine. It aligns the spine. So some of them left here, being thrust forward, sideways, and they came back even with their arms out, and they were smiling and saying, wow, this is awesome. And they come now to ride even on their own.
Many public places and offices in Kenya, including government and social amenities, are not wheelchair accessible, something that further contributes to the segregation of Kenyans who move around on wheelchairs. Nick and Jockey are restoring the lives and hopes of many people, but they believe that if more well-wishers join in their cause, they could reach more paraplegic people and keep the wheels of the Cluster Foundation turning into the new year and beyond. Waris Kimathi, Look Up TV in Karen, Nairobi.
Thank you, Waris, for that very informative story, and very good for them to support the paraplegic persons. And that's it for now. Plenty more there, of course, in our subsequent bulletins. But first, I'd like to read some of your comments on Facebook and on Twitter. On Facebook, we can find that some people have been watching trending news, which is very good. I see Feminist Kabera. Feminist Kabera says, kudos to that informative, innovative guy using plastic. Let's save the earth. Yes, feminist, that's a very sustainable way to go, and very good stuff. Ken Eugene Anangwe says, great stuff. Thank you, Ken Eugene, for staying tuned. And also Namsha says he's watching from Karen. Thank you, Namsha, for watching trending news. He's also a very loyal viewer, so thank you so much.